Welcome, Paul Theron.
Yes, good
Giggling
afternoon.
along. So I know you're giggling because you've got such fantastic jokes about Greece.
Well, we were talking last night about
Yes.
the Greek drinking game, which every time they announce that the Greece situation has been solved and the bailout is in and we can forget about them for a while, then a few hours later you have the headline about how unfortunately it's not yet solved, then you have to drink a glass of ouzo. So by 8:30 last night I was so finished I had to go to bed.
Is that why you haven't
because
shaved,
it was
Paul?
up, down, in, out, you know. But amusingly, I heard somebody, one of the pundits, announce that Greece has got a problem with its debt to GDP ratio. So this is a unique country that has decided to address the problem of debt to GDP by lowering their GDP.
Usually you're supposed to increase your GDP so that it automatically brings the ratio lower.
But instead, what we're going to do
Nevertheless.
now is we're going to have austerity and stone throwing, so we're going to reduce the GDP.
Well, I mean, it's not really their fault because a lot of the austerity measures that they need to implement is worth around 1.5% of GDP.
I'm going
So
to go
let's-
to Greece on holiday this year, Eleni. I'm going to save those people single-handedly.
Please do. All right, so South African economic policy, I'm so amazed at, and we've been speculating all afternoon as to what this new announcement is of national importance.
I've got an inside contact at the Reserve Bank. Apparently what it is, it's somebody in Pretoria, a new optometrist for the president is going to be announced. Someone who has made a pair of glasses that don't slip down his nose and has consulted to Pravin Gordhan in the past, and now apparently this is going to be the content of
So State of the Nation address last night, a big focus on infrastructure spend. So, I
Yes.
mean, it's been like this for a few years.
So all the dummies on the stock market have been saying, oh, that means you must buy the construction stocks. But that's not clever because we know that the construction stocks have supposedly been benefiting from this big government build all these years. And what? Nothing. It just doesn't come through. The stock to buy right now, if you're buying this recovery
Let
story...
me guess. PPC. You're talking in your own book, Paul. Why don't you also
I think
just
we've
talk on
been
the
doing
other...
this. I think we've been doing this for too long. Okay, let's talk about something.
No, maybe just talk about something that you don't actually own and become
Well, let me talk
slightly
about something
innovative.
that I don't actually know about. South African economic policy this week, decisive shift to the center, people. Why? Because the Hamburger King dispensed with the great nationalizer last weekend. Plus, we now know that the economic policy has shifted towards infrastructure provision. No more mention of jobs coming out of government, employee, department expansion programs. This is good news, people. I predict great things for our nation.
Fantastic, Paul. Thank you so very much for your insights today. Great to have you on the program.